35 years ago, there weren't nearly as many elk as there is now. The expansion of elk range is everywhere, really. The size of the elk, as you can tell from the record book, every year seems to be getting bigger as the elk population expands. An eye-opener. 35 years ago, we were excited to kill a bull that had 6 points on the side and scored 350. And now there's a lot of people that are out there hunting that 350 isn't big enough, so it's really changed over the years.
There's a herd of elk right there. Bull is just running these cows around. Poor girls. Hey, John. You're right, there's elk over here. Pretty bull.
Yeah, I can tell whether he's one of the ones we have an issue with.
He's getting his girls out of there, man. He's not wanting to have a party with this guy.
I think he's at 6 that has all his points. He has the big thirds.
He's not the guy we're looking for, in other words.
No, I don't think he's the guy we're looking for.
So when you say management bull, classify what that means exactly.
Yeah, we're talking about a mature bull that hasn't grown 6 points on the side. And actually, you could even get an older bull that has grown 6 points on each side and still has never developed into, much as far as antler growth. For our purposes here on the ranch, we've classified them as mature 5x5s, mature 5x6s if there's he's just grown 5 points on one side and he's a mature bull, or a deformed bull. A lot of the bulls here have deformed antlers one side or the other, and we're removing those from the herd also. Whether you're hunting management elk or you're hunting trophy elk,
it's all about finding the right elk.
Finding the right
one.
Kristy is hunting with someone who many consider to be an elk hunting legend. A very humble, soft-spoken gentleman by the name of John Caid. John is the Michael Jordan of property managers. He's not just a hunter, he's a caretaker. A person who knows how to squeeze every inch out of a piece of property and make it better for not just elk, but wildlife in general.
Look at how pretty that is. Pretty shot. 35 years ago, these large properties weren't really managed for wildlife, not for deer, not for elk, really for anything. Now a lot of the properties, whether they're private land or even public land, are being managed for trophies. Some of the states manage certain units for trophies, and that's really changed what's happened in those units. Fire's been reintroduced over the last 35 years that was really kept out of there for forever, since Smokey the Bear started. And that's really helped. That helps all the wildlife, not just elk, but particularly mule deer. And that's really made a huge change in the population. You look at these large fires that have occurred on the landscape, and you'll find a big expansion of deer and elk into those newly burned areas within a year.
Right below where those cows were, there's a bull.
So the day goes on, they're going to bed down in that dark timber for the day, and then they'll get back up this evening.
It was really hard to find a management bull, surprisingly. I mean, they're in here and they do exist, but they're a little tougher to find. Whoa, they have lunch in here.
Oh, look at this.
Holy. I just love seeing the elk. It doesn't matter to me what I'm hunting.
I started collecting photos when I was at White Mountain. Wanted to get the story. Just enjoyed talking to people and enjoyed getting those stories. I collected stories for probably 20 years. And I had a big photo album. As I was flipping through the pages, which were more or less chronologically ordered, I saw that, as the years went by, these bulls were getting bigger and bigger. And obviously from our measurements that we'd been taking, we could see they were getting bigger. A 350 bull back in 78 was a very nice bull. But by the year 1999, people were beginning to pass those. And so it dawned on me that the bulls were getting bigger, the management was getting better, we were doing better with our ages on our animals, they were getting older. So it was just kind of a natural that this was a realization that the golden age is here. We're killing bigger elk than we've ever killed. Harvesting bigger bulls out of Utah, out of Nevada, out of Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico. There's bigger bulls being taken now than there were when I started. And it's all management practices. It does work. When you're sitting here calling, and they'll come slipping in. Next thing you look over, you feel something watching you, and you look over and they're standing there staring at you. So we have to be real careful when we're moving up here, because you do a few calls and one could start in. So these management bulls, they can be a dominant bull, they can be one of these satellite bulls. They can be just yeah, we just have to see when we find them. Just a little bit. It's a calf. Means there's a cow there somewhere.
Yeah, with that bull.
She's sure staring into the brush up there. He's not that far.
This cow and this calf are on high alert, so we're kind of hoping they might come down towards us. And maybe that bull will come in.
We might be able to get up on top and see this bull. There he is. There comes the cow. Every time he's called, he seems to be in the same spot. Except at that time. Bull's right behind him. Typical 6x6, not a management bull. Real pretty 6.
Being able to watch a bull like this at close range is a special thing. Before hunters became serious about management, this type of close-range 6x6 encounter wasn't so common. Due to responsible habitat management and good land stewardship, it's a more common scene these days.
is delightful to see and have that experience, though. I mean, as much as I wanted him to be weird,
Big and gnarly.
it was incredible nonetheless.
He's still right over there, about 100 yards.
We saw some elk in here yesterday, but we're looking for a very specific elk. This ranch has some really excellent elk populations with really big genetics and nice big bulls, but I'm looking for a management bull, so this is a very special hunt because I'm here trying to help their future populations of elk.
It's hard to hear because of the wind this morning. But look at, they're about to fight. Look at those guys. They're about to start fighting down there.
Oh, there's another bull chuckling down there.
Yeah, that stopped them. They decided they want to go talk to the one that just called them names.
Yeah.
There he comes. He's coming in.
I hope they square off. Oh boy.
They're looking at each other.
He's like, hey buddy, what's going on? Well, the other one left. He was afraid of one-eyed here. Walking all like a swollen deer, you know.
Mm-hmm. He's showing off a little bit. Showing that side profile right now. Yeah.
The other one's scared. He's retreating.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I should go back over here.
It's uncanny how they just show up out of nowhere.
Sure.
And you don't see them, and then all of a sudden, boom, they're here. We're looking out here, and all of a sudden, boom, there's 100 elk. Like, whoa, where'd they all come from? Like,
Yep. This group came out from the bottom, I would guess, over there, all those cows.
and then they just vanish just as quickly as they show up. It's incredible.
That's a nice bull right there.
That's a really nice bull.
Hey, Kristy, I think he's missing an eye guard.
Get me going. That's not even fair.
Look at all those elk
They're everywhere.
down that drainage. Look at him. Look at him sway that head as he's walking. Love that. He's a management bull.
Cha-ching.
Now, how do we get there?
That's the tricky part.
He's in the middle of a flat.
I'm pretty excited about our find today.
Because this bull, really genetically, is one we want to get out.
I am a very overzealous hunter at times, and I make a lot of mistakes. Like John said, that a lot of it is just luck. You got to get in there and you got to do your best, and it's a lot of luck. Well, we're getting our first look at this herd of elk here. And they are 475 yards.
I think we're going to have to try to slide down the dam a little ways and range him again, see if we're any closer at the opposite end of this place. He's still laying down with all the cows.
Really, the challenge here is getting a clear shot. So, patience, patience, patience. That's incredible. Here he goes. He's getting All right, dude, where are you going? We should walk up to this side of him in case he hops up. Holy cow! He's enormous! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Look at this, is the one that's broken here.
He's a big mature bull. He hasn't really grown a fifth point. He has a little tiny one that would, like we said, I think that probably scores right there. This one does not. He's really a 7x6. But you can see he's mature. He's got big long thirds. He's got a good G1, G2.
And look at this one, it's all palmated.
Yep, he goes up palmates and forks out there.
He's neat.
This is pretty cool.
He is a huge bodied elk.
Yeah, he's a great big bull, and he was real dominant in this area. He had so many cows, and he was running them around and running off all those other bulls.
And because of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation, because of John Caid, we are in the golden age of elk hunting. And elk hunting is better than it's ever been. Our elk herds are stronger, they're expanding, and it's because of members like you, and it's because of members like me, and it's because of members that have dedicated their lives to elk and other wildlife.
These volunteers show up on weekends to do these projects, and they don't get paid. I've never seen such enthusiasm by a group of people out there trying to help wildlife. And like I said, not just elk. I mean, it benefits mule deer, it benefits turkeys. It's just an amazing organization that starts from the bottom, starts from the folks that devote their weekends to this. It does your heart good to watch that. It's not for money, it's because they love the land, they love wildlife. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's been a wonderful week.
It's been great, thank you.
Today was the day on heaven in the mountain watching elk.